Lower yourself down to your mat with control. And let's start by laying down on your back. And we're going to do an exercise called the star. So for the star, I want you to lay down on your mat, on your back, and have your legs a little bit wider than your mat. And then take your arms above your head, wider than your body, forming like a star shape with your body. So I want long fingers with your palms facing the sky. And go ahead and reach through your toes and stretch through your legs, stretch through your arms. Reach with your toes, reach with your fingers. Go ahead and let the ribs lift away from the mat. Take a deep, deep, deep breath in, reaching to all four corners of your room. And then relax. And give me a nice deep exhale as you relax. Let's do that again. So this time I want you to reach through your toes again. Reach, 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 reach. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Fill your body with air. And then exhale. Relax. Now flex your feet so your toes are going to pull back towards you. Reach through your heels. Reach through your fingers. Stretch, 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 stretch. Lift the ribs. Lift the back away from the floor. Inhale. And exhale, relax. One more time. Take a deep, deep breath in. Reach through your heels. Reach through your fingertips. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Open the space between your ribs. And relax. Go ahead and bend your knees. Bring your knees in towards your chest. And just make a little ball shape with your body. Just a nice counter movement to the star. And then from here, let's go ahead and place your feet on the floor and allow your legs to be about hip width apart, toes pointing away from the rest of your body, and arms long by the sides of your body, palms on the mat. And then from here, just feel the weight of your spine on the mat, from your tailbone all the way up towards your head. And allow your pelvis to be in a neutral position. You'll take a deep breath here. And as you exhale out, curl your tailbone under gently and just press your lower back into the mat. And then relax, coming back to that neutral pelvic position. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Let's exhale out through the mouth like you're forcing air out of a straw. Draw your navel in towards your spine and just imprint your lower back into the mat. Try to keep your butt still heavy on the floor. And then relax, allowing your tailbone to just be heavy on the floor. Again, deep breath in. Exhale, navel pulls in towards the spine. Lowest part of your back imprints into the mat. And relax. So it's a very small, subtle movement. Let's try that twice more. Inhale. And exhale. And relax. One more time. And relax. Okay, so now let's do an exercise called supine leg extension. I'm going to have you take hold of your little ball, and this can be a pinky ball or a tennis ball, whatever you have, and go ahead and place it between your knees. Make sure it's on the fleshy part on the inside of your knees, not on the bone. And then from here, you're just going to find that neutral pelvic position that we've talked about before. So your tailbone is going to be heavy on the mat. Your lumbar spine is very light. And the front of your hip bones and your pubic bone are on the same horizontal plane. And you're just going to draw your navel in towards your spine, soften your ribs, tuck the chin slightly so the back of the neck is long, and the arms will rest alongside your body. So from here, we're going to extend one leg at a time out and away from the body, still hugging onto your ball and not letting the pelvis move in response to the movement of the leg. So you'll take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, you'll draw your navel in toward your spine, squeeze the ball between the knees, and then begin to lengthen your right leg out. And as the leg lengthens out, you want to make sure the thighs are still parallel to one another. If the extending leg lowers a bit, you're going to lose the grip of the ball. And now that you have this weighted leg that's reaching out and away from you, it's really important that you pull your abdominals in so that the pelvis doesn't tip forward with the leg. And then slowly bend your right knee, draw your right foot back to the floor. Let's do this again. Take a deep breath. And exhale, navel to spine. Go ahead and squeeze that ball even more and reach the right leg along. Inhale, bend the knee with control. And exhale, lengthen the leg. Let's do this twice more on this side. And one more time. Excellent. Readjust your ball if you need to. Excellent. Now let's do the left side. So we take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, draw the navel in. Hug that ball even more between the knees and extend your left leg out and away from you. And slowly bend the knee. Weight on both feet. Take a deep breath. And then exhale. Reach out. So even though you have that left leg reaching out, still be connected with that right side of your body. Feel that right foot firmly planted into the floor, providing stability for the movement of the left leg. Let's do this 3 more times. Soft ribs. And slowly, slowly lower. Whew, okay. I don't know about you, but I can feel my inner thighs engaged after that exercise. Really good. It's not easy to keep that ball in place. Okay, so now go ahead and just bring your legs and feet together. And we're going to work on maintaining this neutral pelvic position. But I now want you to make sure that you bring some attention to your shoulders. So while we're here with the palms of the mat, just shrug your shoulders towards your ears. And then reach your fingertips towards your feet. Inhale, shrug your shoulders towards your ears. And reach towards your feet. So feel how the upper trap muscles engage as you draw your shoulders towards your ears. And then as you reach towards your feet, feel how the lat muscles pull your shoulder blades down your back. Let's just do this twice more. One more time. Good. Now, I want you to, the only reason why I added this exercise was just so that you can feel this connection to the upper back and how in Pilates, we try to keep the shoulders down away from the ears as we move the arms. So this next exercise is called supine arm swings. So I'm going to have the palms face one another and I'm going to lift my arms up to the sky. So with my arms up towards the sky, my hands and my arms are shoulder width apart, and my shoulder blades are pulling down the back. So I don't have my shoulders in my ears like earrings. They're pulling down the back, so my shoulder blades draw down towards my back pockets of my pants. Now from here, I'm just going to reach my right arm back towards my ear. My left arm is going to reach forward towards my hip. And I'm just going to pause here. Now make sure that your arms are just hovering off of the mat. With my right arm over my head, the weight of the arm, if not engaged in the center of your body, will distort the placement of the spine and the ribs. If I weren't engaged in my abs, my back would arch and I would lift my rib cage away from the floor. Pull the abdominals in, anchor your back ribs down towards the mat, and plug your right shoulder blade down the back, again, shoulder blade in your back pocket. Arms lift up towards the sky. Shoulder blades are heavy. Take a deep breath. Exhale as your arms switch. Now my left arm is reaching back towards the wall behind me. Right arm is reaching towards my feet. Again, pulling my abdominals in, anchoring the ribs. Still having my tailbone be heavy towards the floor. Inhale, lift both arms. Exhale. Force all the breath out through that imaginary straw. Deepen your abdominals in and up. And then I lift both arms. Inhale. Exhale, reach. Let's do 2 more passes. Inhale, lift both arms. And exhale, reach the left arm back, right arm forward. Lift both arms up to the sky. And then float both arms all the way down to the mat. All right. So go ahead and spread your fingers, soften your elbows, and draw your shoulders down as we spread our feathers. So we draw the right ear to the right shoulder. And just feel that great stretch along the left side of your neck. Make sure that your left shoulder is pulling down away from your ear. So you really feel this great stretch of this midline of tension right along your traps. And then from here, you'll take your head and roll it back gently over the back of that shoulder and gaze slightly up to the sky. If you bring your teeth together, you'll feel an even deeper stretch through the front of the neck, stretching that front line of tension. And then keeping your ear close to your shoulder, you'll rotate the head, bringing the chin towards the front of the shoulder. And now you'll stretch that back line of tension on the neck. So again, we roll over the shoulder and just take nice deep breaths in through your nose. And out through your mouth if you'd like to. Just melt any tension away. Good, and slowly bring your chin to your chest. And take the head over to the side, ear to your shoulder. So this exercise was really great for me when I was recovering from my head and neck injury. I had to take it slow and do it gently. But it was great for just massaging and stretching out my upper trap muscles and all the smaller muscles of the neck. Take your time. Beautiful. And bring your chin to your chest. And lift your head and just go ahead and gently shake out your arms. So that felt great on me. And even though some time has passed since I got into that accident, I can still feel a slight imbalance between this side of my neck and this side of my neck. And so my neck, my cervical spine, and all the muscles that interact with those vertebral bones really appreciated that lovely stretch. Okay, so the next exercise is going to help us with balance, but also just creating more mobility in the hip, and it's called the hip swing balance. So my legs are about shoulder width apart. I'm going to shift my weight over to my right leg. I'm going to lift my left leg off of the floor, and I'm going to turn my left leg in, and the foot's going to swing, and I'm going to turn it out. I'm going to lift my knee up, and then I lower the leg down. I shift my weight over to the other side. I swing in, I swing out, up, down. In, out, up, down. So this is a great way to create more mobility in the hips and also just to work on balance. I like to think of connecting this whole sole of my foot into the floor, but also lifting the crown of my head up to the sky. If you have trouble with balance, you can do this with your hands against the wall. Or on a countertop in front of you too. Just make sure that your knee doesn't hit the wall or the counter. So really just allow that hip to relax on that gesture leg. Maybe feel yourself carving the space around you with your hip, your knee, your foot, the inner and outer edges of your feet. And just notice, is it easier for you to balance on one leg more than the other? Notice if you have a bit more mobility in one hip than the other. When we move the hips like this, or even when we move the hips like earlier in our Pilates section in one leg circle, your hip sockets are synovial joints, and synovial joints have what they call synovial fluid. And the more you move the bones in that socket, the more synovial fluid you generate, and that's lubricant for your hips. So I've said in class before, motion is lotion. Motion is lotion. Good, one last time. And then this last side. Whew. Good. All right, I already feel a little bit more energy in my legs. Okay, so the next exercise we're going to do is called Monkey Picks the Fruit, taking us back to our 5 animal frolics practice, right? So this exercise is really fun, and it helps us to work on balance, and also helps us to open up our spine and also open up the shoulder. So the gesture for picking the fruit is we bring our fingers to touch together, right? So the monkeys pick the fruit, okay? And then from here, we start by just standing with our legs about shoulder width apart. I'm going to shift my weight over to my right side. I'm going to take my left leg and I'm going to bring it behind me. So my left foot the toes can touch lightly behind me, or I could lift my foot slightly off of the floor. I take my opposite arm, I make my fruit picking gesture, and then I reach across to my right with my left. And I pick some fruit along the side. And then I bring this leg down and the other arm goes down. I shift my weight over, I reach a leg back. This arm is going to reach around. I pick, and I come back to center. Reach and center. Reach and center. So just a nice, easy breath as you playfully pick the fruit. So I'm just picking the fruit right now in the middle of my tree, but I can also pick up near the top of the tree as well. Or I could pick down. So feel free to pick from any part of the tree that you like. It could be up, it could be down, it could be up, it could be in the middle, wherever you'd like. So a great way to work on balance. And also working on strengthening the right side and the left side of the brain. One more time on each side. Okay, so you know that activity on one side of your body is governed by the opposite side of your brain. So activity on this side of the body is governed by activity on this side of the brain, which is quite fascinating. I love the body. All right, shake out your hands, shake out your wrists, shoulders, and then gently pulse into your knees and feet. For shaking, take a deep breath in, exhale out. So inhale through your nose and exhale out through the mouth with a ha sound. Inhale and exhale. Let's take 3 more breaths together. Slow the movement down. And come to a still point. Continue to breathe. And just feel the energy activated within your body. Beautiful. Tune into your hands and the energy between your hands. Feel this magnetic energy between the 2 hands. And as the hands separate, the energy expands. And as the hands come closer together, the energy condenses. So just making a little chi ball between our hands. And then from here, take this energy and just draw it into the belly. And just take a few deep breaths with me into your belly. And just feel the energy filling the lower dantian again. Beautiful, everyone.